As the success of Transformers Blokees just became more and more apparent to everyone paying attention, it was only natural to think that they would have a line for Transformers 1. What I don't think anyone imagined was that Wave 5 of Galaxy version would be dedicated to blind boxes of TF1, with some of the larger characters being regulated to the classic class, similar to what we saw with Rise of the Beasts. This is thus far the only wave of Transformers to have both representations of Blokees to the same continuity. There was no Rise the Beast Galaxy version, and there's thus far been no Classic Class G1 characters. Transformers 1 was our first attempt at this, and it meant that we could actually represent the scaling of these characters incredibly well. Case in point, say hello to Cogless Bumblebee and Cogless Orion Pax. Bumblebee and Orion are Galaxy version figures, however they are not aesthetically similar to the G1 designs. The G1 characters are somewhat deformed, whereas B-127 and Orion are both rather accurate to their movie portrayals. A little bit simplified, sure, but not immensely. And dare I say, I think that the best version of Bumblebee ever given to us by Blokees is standing right in front of us right now. Orion and B, alongside the other three cogless bots inside this line, are slightly shorter than most Blokees figures, to represent the fact that they grow throughout the course of the film. However, they're still good and weighty and come with a number of accessories. Comparing them to the Galaxy version Optimus, and especially the classic class figures, you can see that they are rather short. However, their scale does more than work with Blokees, they also work immensely well with proper Transformers 1 figures from Hasbro. A very happy coincidence indeed. If you were to collect deluxes either from Studio Series or the Transformers 1 main line, the cogless characters scale incredibly well. And for the people out there who I know are not a big fan of non-transforming Transformers, keep in mind, these cogless designs aren't meant to transform, meaning that they are as close as we can possibly get to fully accurate Optimus, B-127, Hound, Ironhide, or Wheeljack as seen in Transformers 1 before they got their transformation cogs. These guys work double duty. They would work just as well on a Blokees shelf as they do on your Studio Series shelf. Looking at Orion in general, Transformers 1 had a bit of an Optimus overload, so even though this is a very nice version of Orion and one of the only ones to represent him without his cog, there's just not much here to really make him stand out. Even within Galaxy version, there were two other Optimus Primes you could get. Articulation's basic for Blokees, and I do enjoy the fact that he's a lot more bare bones compared to most Blokees because there's no transformation kibble. He doesn't transform, so why would he have it? I also enjoy the fact that you can see such intricate chest design, including the empty space where his cog should go. The face sculpt is nice as well, showing a very hopeful Orion, though I won't lie, he is one of the more boring figures from the entire wave. However, I think B is just absolutely perfect. A wonderful representation of B from the movie. Even better, you can see a little bit of silver around where his cog should go, making the detail more accurate and more noticeable. His feet have been captured incredibly well, a good amount of paint, but my favorite part, the absolute best part of this Bumblebee for me, is that face sculpt. Just an incredibly cute little face for a very cute little Bumblebee. He looks like a little kid excited to hear about Santa Claus coming to town. I love it. This is ADHD given a face. Don't get me wrong, I'm sure that he's going to give Orion a bit of a headache, but at least he looks cute while doing it. In keeping with their rather basic designs, Optimus and Bumblebee don't come with much. Display stands, gun-holding hands, splayed-open hands. They also both include pistols. However, you never saw these designs use guns throughout the movie. And moreover, do you think that Bumblebee knows what a gun is? I don't think he understands the concept of, taxes, let alone a gun. Overall, these two just are friend-shaped. They look like pals. They look like buddies. I could see them going camping together. I like having them around. I especially like that Bumblebee and stand by him being one of the best versions of Bumblebee ever put out by Blokees or model kits in general. Though Orion has been outdone by other Orion Paxes from the Transformers 1 line, he's still a fun build and goes incredibly well with this B-127. And overall, I think they're both worthwhile, even if there were definitely more interesting builds from their wave.